Thanks for watching. Now we'll take you straight to West Africa, Nigeria, where petrol scarcity has worsened across the country, crippling cities and hitting businesses hard. With an increase in the cost of transportation, coupled with epileptic power supply, life has become tougher for artisans who rely on petrol-powered generators to earn a living as the scarcity enters its fourth week.
The question on the lips of many is, what is causing this fuel scarcity? We have joining us this morning Adeola Yusuf. He is a team lead, Platforms Africa, also an expert when it comes to topics like this because of his background. Thank you so much for being here with us, Adeola Yusuf. Well, while the queues appeared to have abated last week, and remember we had you as well here on the program, you had mentioned that in less than 15 days, everything should at least return to normalcy. Well, the situation has become worse, especially from Friday, with many patrol stations shut, while some sold at the official price, and they have long queues of motorists waiting to buy the product. Our question this morning to you is, why are we experiencing this scarcity at this time?
Okay, simply put, we should by now, I've been talking, we should by now have forgotten about that scarcity. But the simple answer to your question is that the Nigerian factor has setting into this situation. Fine, we all know the reason for that scarcity, the dislocation caused by importation of all-spec premium motor spirit into the Nigerian system. But normally, this ought to have gone. So a lot of people are now asking questions. A lot of people are now suspecting that it may be more than what we expected. There may be more to this than meet the eye. And these are the reasons that a lot of people have been giving. Number one, the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited now has repeatedly said that they have about 33, they have in stock product that can last for 33 days. People are now asking, where is that product that can last for 33 days? The second one, there has been, claims and counterclaims of those that are responsible for that scarcity. The general manager, the group general manager, group managing director of the NMPC, Malam Melik Yari, has publicly, accused 4 importers, contractors in the crude swap, deal of being responsible for this. He mentioned names, and immediately those ones, looked straight into his eyes and denied that. Up till now, although we had that the National Assembly have started, questioning them, but up till now, the fate of those whose vehicles, got damaged as a result of this, is still hanging in the balance. So the more day we go into this, the more confusing the situation has been. And it's so unfortunate that we have found ourselves a country that is the biggest importer of, the biggest exporter of crude oil in sub-Saharan Africa. Unfortunately, the biggest importer of, refined product. I found ourselves in this mess. And no one believes that it can linger to this, extent.
Right. It's quite an unfortunate situation, Adeola. In fact, some people have come out to say that we wouldn't be in this situation if the government had lived up to its expectation, especially when they made a campaign in 2015 talking about bringing back to life the redundant refineries and even building new ones. As we speak, none of that is in existence. But why is a nation heavily reliant on availability of fuel supply unable to check issues around hoarding, panic buying, and even attendant consequences? Why?
Okay, thank you. The issue of this Nigerian factor, I mentioned it earlier, has been with us for a long time. There is this terrible lack of patriotism on the part of everyone. Immediately there is a trouble or there is a problem in the system, everyone wants to make more money. And that has been the reason. And I'm going to say this with, I'm going to back this with facts. Few days ago, the Oil Workers Union, that's Lupeng, issued a statement accusing depot owners of inflating, the ex-depot price. So what they were saying is that those guys said that they lost a lot and they want to recoup that. And you will notice that there are filling stations that are permanently selling at night or very, very early in the morning. When they are, broken, during the daybreak, they will not sell. And those are irresponsible Nigerians, unpatriotic elements that we're talking about, they will want to make the situation. So as it is now, both the government and those that are even, below the ladder, everyone is responsible for this. Everyone is responsible. So now the trust deficit that has been in the system now is getting worsened by the day. No one wants to believe anything that anyone will say now. At first instance, they were blaming Nigerians for panic buying. Everyone has now seen that there is not panic buying is not the root cause of this problem that we're having. It's lack of patriotism on the part of everyone. I can confirm to you that depots in Apapa, you may see them, you may see their books with that official ex-depot price, but they collect money, extra money, 3 naira, extra 3 naira, on it and every liter, or more than that in some cases, before they can sell. That one is not documented. In filling stations too, majorly in some parts of Lagos, I've been told even in some parts of Abuja, they will display 165 naira or even below 165 naira on their in the pump. But before you buy it, you pay as much as 100 naira. In some instances, maybe more than 200 naira. So who do we blame for this whole scenario? I will go back to where I started. This lack of patriotism is that sense of irresponsibility. Unfortunately, all of us will go to mosque, all of us will go to church. We have one way or the other that we want to, show to other people that you are better than them when it comes to, godliness. But when it comes to business, we all look for ways to, cheat one another. The solution to this, because I know time will be going, is for all of us to imbibe that spirit of patriotism. No one should blame anyone. We are responsible for this, mess we have found ourselves. And the government that are those in government that are supposed to make sure that things are done the right way. You shouldn't even be talking about, them, because they will keep lying to people. They will keep saying a lot of things to the people that at the end of the day, you find out that, those things are not right. In the next few months now, we'll have our power to use our, voters card. Let's think wisely when it comes to that. Do not see that
Adeola, let me come in here. We have witnessed the recent electoral changes that has reflected in the upstream and downstream sectors. Why has this not guaranteed efficiency in the system?
Sorry, you have to ask the question again.
I'm saying that we've witnessed electoral changes that has actually reflected on the downstream and, of course, on the upstream sectors. How come this hasn't guaranteed efficiency in the system?
Okay, thank you. That is a very good question. It's because we are being deceived. To me, I have a personal philosophy. We are being deceived based on the rhetorics. You will recall that those that are in government now pursuing the agenda of fuel subsidy removal were part of those that were, gathered in Ojota, Lagos a few years ago, standing against this policy of fuel subsidy. Now, they are telling us that this fuel subsidy is the best thing to happen to Nigeria. I agree with that. But truth of the matter is that we should by now understand that, a lot of people, when it comes to election or when it comes to, campaign, they want to say what they cannot do. But at this stage now, Nigerians should, be aware of this. This is not the first time we are having first for crying out loud. We have been into this, and we do not believe that we should still be in this situation. So by now, we should know, how to separate the wheat from the chaff. You still understand? So now we know that several elections have, some people have told us a lot of things, but now we have to, be wiser.
All right, Adeola, let me come in quickly. So we can wrap this up as we get to move on. Do you think that there's an end in sight? Are we expecting to have a feel across the country anytime soon?
Okay, yes, I believe that should be that, and it's not supposed to be a responsibility of the government alone. The New Central TV is playing its part by sensitizing Nigerians. So everyone, should be asking the right questions. I believe that if all newspapers in the country, put this on their front page, if editorials are written on this, if all TV stations, take a cue from News Central TV, by talking about this repeatedly, those in government would know that people are becoming aware of this situation. And I believe that, the solution to it will be found, as quickly as possible. It's not that there's no solution to this. It's only that, they have found us as people that do not, that get easily satisfied with anything that they throw at us.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your analysis, as always, on the program. Adeola Yusuf, Team Lead, Platforms Africa.
Thank you so much for having me. My pleasure always.